Hello. Been a while, hasn't it? Hopping back into the YouTube studio for the first time in like 2 years has provided some laughs. No, I'm not dead, nor have I gone feral or been institutionalized. And no, this is not a return to YouTube. But I do have something for you. This video is episode 2 of a 13-part series I did that up until now was exclusively for Patreon. During a road trip around the Italian Alps last year, and climbing to the top of this ridiculously tall mountain, I ran into a mechanical problem, shock horror, and it was quite a big one. It involved brakes, meaning going back down the mountain wasn't going to happen, and I'd have to fix it here, in the woods. Fun, great, marvellous, wonderful. On top of that, whipping a wheel off to start fixing the one problem revealed another. And whereas pre-planning would save my bacon in some cases, in others, no. Anyway, that's enough babble from me. Let's just get straight into it, and I hope you enjoy. Welcome back to the Valley of Deja Vu. Clearly, I hadn't learned my lesson from the last time I was here, as this place seems to want to dismantle my van. And now parked way out and at the top of a, frankly, dangerous hill, I was trapped. Right, I was supposed to be having a day off all of this, and I was doing a little bit of maintenance around the van. Ow. That is my brake flexi, and it's completely split. And it feels very solid and very old. Yeah. I'm not really sure what to do because this also isn't looking great, and if I twist that, I am 98% certain that's just going to spin the pipe with it and snap it. I have a flexi. The flexi is not the issue. It's getting the new flexi on. I have spare pipe. I think I have a braiding tool, but guess where they are? Obviously, it had to happen on the steepest road I've ever done. First things first, let's WD it. Let's just douse it. Leave it. Maybe for the night. Oh, fuck me. There's always something. So to myself, just check this, drop it off the jack, put it all away, and nice chilled night. Yeah. Where's the WD? Where's the WD? The can of WD-40, as I was very quickly about to find out, is in a bush somewhere. In Portugal. Some of you might remember back to the start of the year when I was driving back home and left my locker open for like 8 miles. It happened again. Only unlike this time when I was lucky and nothing fell out. The second time I did it, one thing fell out, and it was the thing I needed right now. And there's me putting it all together. That's not even funny. That's not even funny. No, 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 no. I looked in every cupboard in the hope that I'd just left it somewhere else, but no lubricating fluid on a job that is impossible without it. Nope, there's no Halfords out there. Safe to say this did not help today's mood. Probably best to head indoors and check I've got a replacement brake pipe, really. Not panicking just yet. Parts box. You can't carry everything, obviously, but I mean, I think I've got a clutch in the boot. Injector. Indicator. You're what I want.
At least we have that, even if I don't have any lubricant. Unbelievable. Oh, okay. I have the part. There is... I think that side will be okay. This side's the one that worries me. I can get to a town. I don't know if that town's got a proper parts place in it. There is a garage. And I know that because this area again has biffed me. I've just been talking to Joe, Road Viking, and my other mate Sean, all mechanically minded guys. Like, so would you dry dock this job? Would you not? Would you not go with WD? But I think tonight I'm gonna just let it marinate. If it was, you know, not rusty, it'd be piss easy. You just whip a new one on and bleed the caliper through and you're done. But yeah, there's other factors of fuckery at play. But yeah, it's getting dark. I think a storm's rolling in. It's tomorrow's problem.
So I packed down and tried to put it to the back of my mind for tonight. But like with every job that you cast aside and leave for your future self, that relief period fades away all too quick and you find yourself straight back onto it.
So, apparently I was sharing a bed last night. Hello. Beautiful colouring. Would you like to go back outside now? Now we've shared an intimate evening. So are you then? You happy chappy out in nature? Oh good, because we might be stuck here. Does the thought of that excite you? Not on the lens. Oh. God, that breath. Dear. Now, you see, Lance, this is why you don't pee on the trail. You've just peed on that leaf, and then I've just brushed past it, and now your piss is on my toe. Ah, here she is, my old... Oh. Morning. So, plan of action today is try and get my brake sorted. Been a slight hiccup. Today I was going on Google Maps and trying to find like a garage to go and find some WD and maybe see if they can make a new brake pipe if I need it. But I forgot it's the weekend. Today's Saturday and most places in Italy are shut for the weekend. There is a Lidl. It's about a 35-minute bike ride away. And they have the middle aisle. They might do some WD-40 there. So I think I'm going to get on old Thunderbird 2 and try and get some of that, because I really don't feel confident just trying to crack them nuts the way they are. Also, I need some supplies because tonight being Saturday night is my nerd night with the boys. So Starlink's on the roof. Actually, the internet was alright last night despite being in a wooded opening. The internet was pretty damn good, so that aspect of it's alright. But yeah, if I snap that brake pipe, I'm here for a couple of days until Monday at least, when I can get, you know, a new pipe made. But that's negative thinking. It'll be alright. I'll spritz it up, have a coffee, crack it, and it'll just... Jesus, what are you? Oh, it's my friend. Look, I know we had a romantic night, but you're getting a bit clingy. Just, please, just come out of a long-term relationship. Needy. beautiful little building stood on its own. Looks like it's just been restored. Ow, ow.
The cluster of houses up the hill from the dam was just that, just houses. Nothing of use to me. Most of the houses seemed completely derelict, and it was an absolute maze that took me about 15 minutes to get out of, with plenty of hurdles. Starting with this berk. Not sure what she was doing, and I don't think she did either. What I did know is I didn't have time for it. The fan's in the shade now and the aircon will kick in for Lance if he gets warm, but that'll start draining the battery and I don't want to end up in that situation again if I can't move.
Really need to get a mount for my bike, my phone on the bike. I really need Google Maps right now.
Eventually I found my way out of the mountainside labyrinth and was hitting main roads, which was an experience with the Italian drivers, nearly getting knocked off my bike twice, but if I can just fend off the lunatics long enough, what I seek is just another 25 minutes down this road. Damn it, I will fast forward you lot on. Naturally I entered Lidl hungry, so started buying everything other than what I needed.
Oh, damn right.
But the middle aisle prevailed with not WD-40, but Rost Loser. That will do, maybe, probably not. And that was mission complete to the Lidl with the best view I've ever seen. The Rost Loser wasn't the only lube I was able to pick up today. They also did some much needed chain spray for the bike. I mean, with everything it's been through, it's probably too little too late, but better late than never. And setting back off, quite embarrassingly, I found there was a much safer route to take back. Hey.
Oh, this is much safer.
Not only did the bike track keep me away from the Italian traffic, but it also cut down the return time. So once way back up the mountain and home, I gave the affected nuts and bolts a quick spritz of the Rost Loser, fingers crossed there, and whilst that was doing its magic, I made a coffee, let Lance out and got set up. Now all that was left was to do it. And upon taking the wheel off, Rompiscatole numero 2 reared its ugly face.
Oh, fucking hell.
Driver's side ball joint also cooked. Digging through the box of parts again has once again saved my ass. Wonderful, more rusty bolts to deal with. Let's see what comes loose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't get too confident yet, mate.
Lovely. Now the bad one.
Knowing that this one's going to be a total pain in the ass, I opted for both lube and heat. Given that combined, both of those things can go a little bit wrong, and especially after recent experiences, it isn't long before I stop and do a little internal risk assessment. See, there's a safety-conscious brain in there somewhere.
I'm gonna, I've resprayed the lubricant, and I've also, like a moron, just gone around with the underbody seal, all of which is flammable, so Maybe give that 10 minutes to gas off, you know. I can't believe I've got a ball joint to do as well. That's unreal. See if I can loosen that actually while I wait.
For those of you sat there without a clue what these part names mean, these ball joints or track rod ends connect your front wheels to your track rods. The track rods go into your steering rack, so essentially it's what allows you to steer. It's rare that they'll fully let go, but given that this one's less than 2 years old and was already this bad, I wouldn't put it past it. Also, the name might give it away, but the track rods and track rod ends also allow you to adjust tracking. So when they're not right, it can throw your tracking out and wear your tyres down a lot quicker. One fun final fact, they can be an absolute thunder to get off.
Oh, come on, you were spinning.
I am clipping both of today's jobs down in the edit, just, well, because watching it in real time would be boring.
Oh.
But at the same time, I'm going to leave them a little longer in this one, just to convey my day.
Oh, okay. Oh, come on. Anything around wheels is just a painstaking affair. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah.
To be fair, I haven't got a lot to complain about. I got off real light with this one. Most ball joints get so corroded they either lock themselves into the hub, or the threads and the Allen key head are so badly corroded you've got no chance and have to cut it off.
First line. Delphi.
How a track rod end should be, using all of my strength just to make it move a bit, compared to the shite I had. And just before we continue, today's breakdown is brought to you by Euro Car Sharts. Do you enjoy low quality products at ridiculous prices? Then Euro Car Sharts is the place for you. They'll skip past the brands that focus on gimmicks like reputation and quality control to bring you vaguely, maybe, probably not what you need. Do you enjoy the drive to your local Euro Car Sharts store? Good! Because although your vehicle is broken, we'll strive to put the wrong parts in the wrong boxes, regardless of how bad or dangerous that is, to ensure us that little bit of extra time to actually find the parts that you're looking for.
Shit, he's coming back. Just stick the left-hand drive part in, it'll be good to go.
Not mechanically minded and aren't sure of the part you need? Well, with our huge nationwide and always slow today database, we don't either. But that's okay, because each branch comes with an undedicated team of staff with an IQ of 4 and hand-selected from McDonald's to ensure that your time with us is as shit as possible. Euro Car Sharts. We don't give a fuck. Euro Car Sharts has no affiliation with the Project Amber brand, nor is it endorsed or financially incentivized in any way. Buying anything at Euro Car Sharts is done at your own risk, notably in the Oxfordshire region where their brains seem to be made of potatoes. It's highly recommended that you avoid at all costs because they are genuinely the worst. And I'll be awaiting that lawsuit in the mail. But with the Euro Car Sharts parts out the way, the good stuff could go on.
Well, yeah, that's a big factor, isn't it? Like, soon you won't have those outgoings.
Oh, right, I'm on the phone. Thought I was talking to myself.
So once the truck's done, it's you know, that's a lot of financial freedom because you won't be having to fork out on expensive components and shit.
Do you hear yourself right now? Look at what you're doing today. Shit advice. Financial freedom, you knob.
Hopefully, yeah. Excuse me. Nah. Get out. You proper smell today. Where you been?
Big reveal of that later.
Oh. We have
civilization. Quad bike. Come back, I need someone to help bleeding. Yeah, it dawned on me earlier how lucky I am that it's this side. Because once all this is done, I'm going to have to bleed. Which I should just about be able to do this side. If it was any other wheel, I don't have a self-bleeding kit on me, so that would have been fun. Trap rod is on. I'm going to tighten that up now. Just throw you away. I've got to be honest. Oh, hello. No, that was better. This is, so far, probably shouldn't jinx myself like this, but in a pretty relaxing breakdown. Having spares just gives you that chance. And you're just going to keep twisting, aren't you? There we go. Oh. Better. Now onto the job that I've been avoiding all day. I just want to get as much of this rust out from here. This nut is supposed to turn and the pipe is supposed to stay in place and spin around. The nut's supposed to spin around the pipe. But because it's so corroded, I'm worried that it's just going to take the pipe with it and then it will just snap clean off. And then I'm really down shit's creek for the rest of the weekend because it's Saturday. I do have a wire wheel that goes in my drill, but it's probably a little too aggressive. Come on, rust loser. Let's move that out of the way. Why do you have to be surrounded by f***ing sensors? Yeah, that's where my hand is. I'm going to burn my hand. I don't want any metal sheet or anything. Whoa! Steady. Please. I don't think this is gonna go. When bolts get this corroded, they start to shear bits off, and then it can go up a size, can go down a size, and then crunch and change sizes. I can't get the 10mm over that, but I don't want to go this side because it's starting to bend. Okay, nothing left of you then. I do wish I could get the ring around this. Do I have another 10mm that I could cut?
12 seconds later.
No, I don't. Don't go changing to try and please me. You're just a Mercedes-Benz, you rusty bitch. It isn't moving. Oh, you've now gone a bit more flexible. In the heat, I presume. Making you weaker now. Wonderful. This is arguably the silliest design. Such as someone in the comments, oh, actually, it's quite a clever design because the way it does it with the female thread.
Shut the fuck up, not now.
Do 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 do. This nut is shagged. I don't know what to do about it. Succeeded in loosening. Cool. I was on this nut for a while, but all I was succeeding in doing is damaging it. From there, in my logic, it was in for a penny, in for a pound, so fetch the mole grips. Not strong enough.
more. All we need is to get this over there properly and give it a good old love tap and then pray to the gods, basically.
2,000 years later.
Oh, I thought it was going then. Come on. Oh my god, yes. It's gone, it's popped. Good, the good way, not the bad. It's unloosening. It's not popped. What the f... Okay. So we're going to take it nice and slow because there is still a chance it could bind, and I don't have a very good... Oh, look at all the crap coming out of it now. Nice and easy does it. Come on. Before I lose all of my fluid, I do have a bottle I can sort out. Okay, you go up there. New one straight in. Come on. Oh, that's bled. Come on, straight in. I did this wrong. Got to do the reverse of what I did. So getting it in this side first was not a one. Come on. Begin. Begin. Why aren't you beginning? There we go. And then you go into here. Now I want to relieve pressure, so I'm going to do that, meaning that wants to do that. Okay. The joys of brake fluid. I've got a couple of sheets down here, so it's not going on the floor, don't worry. It's just all over my hand and on my nice sheet, courtesy of Brian. Now, will you allow me to tighten you up? Yes, you are. Oh, ha, steady. One more for good luck. Oh, yeah, a couple more for good luck. Well, that went better than expected. I'm not going to lie. Way better than expected. You're on. Ball joint on and tightened. You're tightened. You still need tightening. Wheel on. Beer.
But that spike in confidence can often trip you up.
No. I think we're okay. Oh, me. I think we're okay there. I thought I just slipped and snapped the bloody pipe then. Now I just need to bleed. Which, I'm not sure, I might be able to just drip gravity bleed. Having watched Mr. Vice Grip Garage, I might try that. Nope. Why? Why are you 11? Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Yeah, again, I've got a bleeding kit. Guess where it is? she didn't go. And now I'm stuck. Okay, let's not do that then. Let's give it the... What size are you then? You're not a 10 and you're not an 11. What are you? That's better. Why didn't I think to do that the first time? And straight away. Are you gonna bleed? Oh, yes you are. Lid. Recapture this, see what kind of shit's coming out. See, I've never done it this way before. See that? You will just very slowly let all the air out. Once that stops, and if it's worth a shot, innit? If it doesn't work, I'll just have to do it the old way, put a plank on the brake and keep holding it open and closed, and you know, figure out that way. But if this does work, I'm going to go on the passenger side as well, because if this has been hindering this brake, that means that brake on the passenger side has been working overtime, and that was probably going to lead to all the brake fluid around the caliper being boiled. So yeah, I'm gonna bleed them both through. In fact, I'm just gonna go and check on the reservoir before I carry on with this. Okay, that is as back together as it needs to. Just need to slap the wheel on. I was hoping to have a decent bit of solar come in today because I'm at pretty low battery. No, where I parked. No. That has gone better than I could have hoped. I really started panicking with that little nut. I thought it was just going to take the pipe with it and just... But it didn't. Look at that. I mean, it's braided, but God, it's all, look at it, there you go, look. That rubber is just solid, and then beyond that, that's just been weathered to all shit all around that joint as well. Look, that was about ready to go. That is the worst I've ever seen. That's because I bought it from Euro Car Parts and their supplies are shite. So now I only get Delphi or shit, I forgot the other brand. I'll add it onto the screen. But yeah, I'll only buy this now. It's a bit more, but you're not having to replace these every pissing year. You know, if you've been around for a while, you know what this truck goes through. The wearable parts and components, suspension, braking, everything around the area that works. I chew through them pretty quick, so you know, better to buy the slightly better shit and have them last 3 times longer. What are you? Wow. There's some funky insects in Italy. At least I didn't share the bed with you last night, because I think your feelers would have pissed me off a bit.
It was time to address the elephant in the room, the stench coming off my dog.
Be honest with me, amnesty time. Have you rolled in poo, animal, human or otherwise? That's a yes. There is one thing that pisses me off about Europe, and that is the nature poos. Now, I'm a little on the fence with nature pooing. I think if you bury it, fair enough, take your bog roll with you, burn it, whatever. But leaving it and then leaving your bog roll on top of it is very common in Europe, and it's fucking gross. I mean, look at that. It's actually burnt the grass, that one. He must have had a curry the night before.
Oh, hot, 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 hot!
But my problem here is that I've got a dog. Let the dog out. He's allowed to go and do what he wants, and he lies in these little areas of long grass. And now Lance smells of Fabio's shit. I'll tell you another thing as well. This spot is on Park for Night. Weren't on Park for Night. Now they are, and now there's shit in the f***ing grass. What does that tell you? The last guy that made a comment about this spot was here the day before I was here, and there is fresh shit down there. And his comment was, take your trash with you. What about your turd, mate? What about your turd, Fabio? You fucking douche. Absolutely 360 degrees of fucking fuming. Now he's going to be fuming in there, making it smell of some random's turd, and I'm going to have to find a place to wash him. As for you, why do you have to go in the smelliest places? Why do you have to stand in shit? You've got the best nose known out of the pair of us, and yet you're like, yeah, I'm just going to go and lie in poo. Why? You don't care, do you? Stay. I don't even want to touch you, to be honest. You absolutely reek. It's still cute though. Just surrounded by waste men. Oh, I ain't even got any words. I hope this is what you're here for, you know, real van life, not the f***ing glitzy shite. I like to bring the real shit, and sometimes the real shit involves real shit. Yeah, so I'm just going to finish packing up now and try and bleed that other side brake, let some of the cooked brake fluid out, whap the wheel back on, drop it down, have a little drive up and down, get it all bedded back in before I attack that hill that's just like either tonight or tomorrow. I haven't decided yet, considering we're literally living what seems to be in the bowl of a toilet. Maybe I should move, but you can't deny it wasn't the worst place to break down.
Gravity bleeding did the bulk of the job, but the brakes were just a little too spongy for my liking, so I backed it up with the, I was about to say traditional method, but there's not a lot traditional about this.
This is harder. Oh God. Did I get myself or did I miss? I think that used to say .4. Thing with this Sprinter, now that it's a manual, the clutch pickup is so much higher than the braking, so you have to keep it full, otherwise your clutch stops working. Well, it's easier to get air in it, and then, you know, problems there.
Right, just got to stick the wheel on and do a quick pack down, and we can see if all of this work has paid off. Doing jobs on the brakes aren't my favourite thing at the best of times, so doing them way out here and the only exit being down a gnarly hill and over a dam is not preferable. But hey, if they do work, I'll be able to get out of here. And I won't lie, I'm going to feel pretty damn smug about being prepared, except for the WD-40.
Well, that took the entire time. Apologies for me looking like a tramp today. Wasn't intending on filming anything until I'd showered and shaved. But there we are. Life. How many times you upgrade a toolbox to a bigger one? They're never big enough. Just thinking to myself, the audio on this is going to be terrible, and I should have put a lav mic on for most of all of today.
Future me sat here tweaking every single clip agrees.
Oh, you're back. Hello.
Okay, moment of truth. Yeet! My rolling home can once again move, turn and stop, allowing us to leave the cliff top of turds. That first sip of my rattler, also courtesy of the trip to Lidl. Oh man, there was nothing like it. However, the jobs today weren't quite over. We still had to deal with the dog.
Come on, Lance. Walkies, mate. Me, I'm glad I didn't carry on up this road. That'd have been my arse on the floor there, I reckon. No, thank you. Go on, get in.
With Lance now cold plunged, bathed off and removed of ancient Italian poo particles, we carried on our walk to the very top of the mountain where we could finally get the full view in all its glory.
Are you a cow? Where are you going?
You know, during all this, tucked deep in the trees, I'd almost forgotten where I was. Although able to leave, I did end up staying the night. It was getting late, and frankly after today I couldn't be asked to hunt for another particle. So we had one more night in the toilet bowl. I washed myself off of van dirt and had a successful nerd night with the boys.
Uh-oh. That was just rude. Oh.
Oh, so good.
You see me rolling.
Mate, that looks...
The next morning rolled round quickly, and it was time to put all that work to the real test. You can never really capture depth and steepness? I don't know the word there. But yeah, cameras don't really pick up hills. But believe me, this one is up there as one of the steepest hills I've had to do in this van. One slip up and failure, there's no barrier to catch you on this thing. You're going into the trees, so yeah, I was a little bit nervous to drop back down. Hence that one final pump of the brakes to check. But as we ventured back down the track to tarmac, we were threatened with one more night here.
Solid parking, you
Unfavourable person.
unbelievable. Right, well, good job I'm not that precious about my paint job, innit? Should have took his fucking bumper off. Oh god. Glad I didn't attempt this with imminently exploding brakes. And we're out. Are we clear? Yeah.
And there we are, van back together, made it down the hill alive, escaping this bloody valley before anything else goes wrong, and back on track to aimlessly wander around the Alps once again. So there we are, I hope you enjoyed. If you did and want to see the whole road trip and story in full, you can do so on Patreon, where this 13-part series is, along with many other exclusive videos. This particular road trip is off the back of a breakup, but I promise you on the whole it's a feel-good story, full of laughs and, well, as you've just seen, challenges. For less than a pint, a coffee or a meal deal, you can binge to your heart's content, without any ads, promotions or clickbait. There's a great community over there now with around 800 people. And unlike on YouTube, you'll be supporting me directly. In return, I'll bring you travel and van life content how it used to be. If that interests you, click the link below and I will see you over there.